All right, well, we're live. Hey, everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the show. First thing I want to address is I know the thumbnail said number 9, but Photoshop wouldn't open and let me change it to 10, so this is actually episode 10. Welcome to the show, of course, across from me, Mr. Michael Yadvish. And once again,
good evening.
We thought it would be fun to do a live stream because we can.
Cheers.
So, cheers.
Cheers to
Look,
that.
they can actually see us. Cheers now. Look at this. It looks so weird because it's like cutting between the two.
Does it
cameras.
go into the middle? Where's the middle?
It meets. Go a little bit right. Yeah, there it is. All right.
Little do they know that we're not actually in the same room.
No, it sees your cup come into my frame.
God
That's actually an actor. No.
We had a Foley guy that we hired to make that clang sound.
It's all an illusion.
It's an illusion.
But yeah, once again, we got the live stream going, and we have a few different things to talk about today. Some things that I've been working on, some things that Mike's been working on, and just some creative stuff that we've been trying to learn about in these times where we can't really film anything huge, but.
Which is interesting that you say that because I was actually saying that yesterday to our friends Andy and Natalie that it's very hard to get a production together right now.
Right.
You know, so, but what we've been doing is writing things more heavily and getting more involved in the writing process on projects that more than we ever have, because we used to be able to just get up and go shoot. What are we shooting this weekend? Just get up and go shoot on a dime. But we wouldn't have anything prepared in pre-production written down, really. That was like, when we did Apex, we didn't have a script that we were like on set holding. And we did that. Same thing when we did Date Night. Almost same thing when we did Nathan Danger. Kind of had a script, not really.
It didn't have a script.
It didn't have a script. So now it's interesting that we're able to do so much writing work and planning work, and hopefully that would help us when we actually do get to do productions again together.
Well, it's starting to get a little bit better with people getting vaccines and everyone being very cautious on set and stuff. So it's not as much of a barrier as it was back in the fall, but it's still something you got to think about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it has been a good opportunity to just start getting those ideas together
and start building out our arsenals too, and getting ready for what the next thing we're going to do, and what are the things or tools that we can use that will up our game for the next thing that we make.
Exactly.
One of them being a follow-up to the last episode is that I finally decided on what camera to
That's
get.
right.
I ended up going with the 6K all over again.
Why is that?
I felt like we didn't hit its true potential. We had used it one time on one project, and it was an amazing camera, and we only got to use it once, and I feel like it was the perfect camera for us. Not only at the time, but even in the near future, the immediate future, it is probably the best thing for us to be using with our other current gear. Right now. And what ended up happening was I rebought the camera. It came in. I was too lazy to even open it. We didn't need it. I don't need it right now. We're having. So I left it in the box with the wrapper still in the box. And then a few days ago, I find out that Blackmagic released a 6K Pro. Go figure.
All of a sudden. So, I mean, I kind of dug into this, but I didn't. I only really heard the 3 things about it from you, which was internal, like what makes it better over the original 6K was the next generation color science from Blackmagic, which I didn't even dig into what that means. The internal ND filters, and then the flip out screen. So, did you go into any more detail about that, or actually?
think.
I mean, if all those things off the bat are just like
Yeah.
for $500 more, that's like kind of a no-brainer.
I think there's 3 other things. There's another. There's dual mini XLR inputs.
Right.
You can run I don't know, say a lav mic and a on-camera mic or whatever you need it to do. You have 2 sources of input now. They claim that they upgraded the internal battery, but it also uses now the Sony NP or NF.
Yeah, then all those
yeah,
bigger
750
ones.
or something.
Yeah.
So it uses a different battery type, but they say that they updated upgraded the actual battery inside the camera. So I think for reference, they said shooting in 6K, I think it was at max quality, the camera could run for 45 minutes on the 6K original can run for 45 minutes.
Right.
On a battery.
This is on a...
That's the old 6K.
But it's on the...
now on the Pro...
The native battery or whatever?
Yes. Now on the Pro, that 45 bumps up to 60 minutes. So not much of a difference.
Yeah, I mean, that's good though.
It's supposed to be better because now they have like that grip.
Yeah, right.
Which they had an old grip before, but apparently this grip is... The old grip was essentially like a dummy battery. They would go into the battery slot.
Right.
This doesn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can put 2 batteries inside of it, but it has a separate connector on the bottom. So really you're powering the camera with 3 batteries.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the stat was it can last for 3 hours. Something like that. It can last for 3 hours shooting time.
CJ just popped in the chat and he says, "Cook for us." Folks, if you can't tell, we are inside Mike's kitchen. which looks
CJ,
great.
do you want scallops? I'm always making scallops.
You're always making scallops.
Usually at least once a week. Although I haven't made them this week, I usually make scallops once a week.
Well, CJ, come on over. You officially got the invite. Thanks for tuning in, bud. But yeah, that's great. They made all kinds of improvements with that camera.
Yeah, it was like I think there's a few things in there that things that we wish it had. The motorized ND filters and the flippable screen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I would upgrade. See if I had if say what happened to our 6K didn't happen and we just had a normal, we still had that same 6K from before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I wouldn't upgrade.
Right.
I wouldn't because.
Well, from our last conversation, that's pretty much where we landed, right?
Right.
It's just really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just one of the new tools that we would have at our disposal. Something cool that you were showing me before was this like storyboarding app that you've been using, that you started using.
Yeah. Well, I talked about it a while ago on the show. I think it was like episode 3 or episode 4. A long time ago, and I hadn't used it since then. But initially, when I saw it, they were marketing it as an app for storyboarding. So they were saying, quickly just sketch up a quick idea of what your shot would look like with some of these tools we made. So I checked it out, and I thought it was pretty cool. But like I said, I put it away for almost a year, I guess. And I had a project come up recently where they needed storyboards, and we famously say, I'm not an artist. I'm not a traditional hand drawing art. I can't draw for life and for the life of me, and neither can Mike. So I kind of got the perfect opportunity to be like, all right, let's see what this thing can do.
So the client requested.
Exactly.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. They wanted to see some kind of initial stage. We're working on a marketing campaign for kind of a national company that could be like a bigger thing.
There must be a lot of money behind it.
Yeah, there would be. Yeah,
yeah,
potentially. I mean, if this whole thing works out. So anyway, we came up with just this small little idea that we wanted to present as a show of we're working on this thing behind the scenes, and we want to show them our